Hello everybody, Will Mitchell here, coming to you from Ambergris Key with one of our mascots, Han, Dustin's Black Lab, the cutest in the game. Today I want to talk to you guys about utilities on the island and about internet, water, no treats here, electric, where those services go, how much they cost, who are the providers, the history of them, and get you all the details on that. So without further ado guys, let's dive into the info. So guys, let's talk internet to start here. So back in 2017, San Pedro had some great upgrades to the internet in that it got fiber optic internet. So some of the fastest, if not the fastest internet in the country of Belize is in San Pedro, specifically in the town. Now within the island and within Belize, there's two internet providers. There's Digicel and there's Smart. Digicel is the provider here who has fiber optic. That's really constrained just to the town of San Pedro. You can get fiber optic pretty much down to Mahogany Bay. The Hilton has fiber optic and up to the main San Pedro town, and that's it. Smart provides internet all over the island. So if you're getting internet in Secret Beach or in most other places, they're probably going to be a great option for you. I'm going to run you through some of the speeds. I mean, overall, if you're not a geek or a nerd and you know a lot about internet speeds like me, then this might not mean a lot to you. But what you do need to know is that pretty much with either provider, if you get the best internet package, you're gonna have no problem downloading, uploading, watching your Netflix. I don't know what series you guys like. Maybe you like True Detective. Maybe you like, Dust, what's your favorite show right now?
Oh, Mr. Robot.
Maybe you like Mr. Robot.
Breaking Bad.
Maybe you like Breaking Bad. I don't know what your favorite show is, but my point is you're gonna have no problem watching those shows with either one of the internet providers. So in terms of speed and price, the prices are gonna be in Belize dollars. So don't forget to divide them by 2 if you wanna get that into US dollars. We'll start with Smart. So for 5 megabytes per second, that is 25 Belize a month. So for $12.50 Belize a month, you can get a basic internet package. 10 megabytes per second is 55 Belize a month. 20 megabytes per second is 80 Belize per month, and 32 megabytes per second is 136 Belize per month. That's broadband internet. Basically, when Smart comes and does the installation, they'll put kind of a little satellite that's about this big on the side of your house. You barely notice it, and then you'll have your internet package. You can always upgrade it or downgrade it whenever you want. As for Digicel, that's the fiber optic if you're in those areas that has fiber optic internet. So obviously the speeds are going to be quite a bit higher. 30 megabytes a second is 69 Belize a month with Digicel. 60 megabytes per second, we're getting way up there in the speeds now. That's 109 a month Belize. Or if you want to go for the big bad boy package of 120 megabytes per second, that is 189 Belize per month. So overall in San Pedro, we have the fastest internet speeds in the country of Belize. We run all of our business with basic internet here with a Smart package right now, and it works very well. So in any case, you guys aren't gonna have any problems with the internet, and overall we have great speeds down here. Let's talk about the power. So in Belize, the power actually comes from Mexico. It comes from the Quintana Roo district, from the Zulha station, which is about 10 miles west of Chetumal. It's then fed down into Belize, comes to Ambergris Key from a subsea electric cable, and is dispersed from the station at the southern end of the island, going north from there. So right now, BEL is the provider, Belize Electrical, and the rates are about 22 cents per kilowatt hour. It's pretty comparable to what you're used to in the US, and again, is substantially lower than what you find in the Caribbean. If you're in an area that's not covered by the city and municipal electric, then you'd be looking more probably on the west side of the island, which is probably a big upside of the west side of the island right now, is that those utilities aren't there. Pretty much spans the whole east coast. If you look at the west side, everything is off grid to this point. You'll see stuff like the Hilton Curio Beach Club running completely off grid. You'll see a lot of homes running off grid, all the commercial businesses. It won't be like that for long. That's just currently what's happening. And usually what people will do over there is solar panels with batteries and a backup generator that powers the project. So overall, that's kind of your broad view of electricity on the island. Water. Let's talk about hydro, guys. Hydro and septic. This is something everybody needs, I'm sure. In the island of Ambergris Key, the water provider is BWS, Belize Water Service. The water comes from a desalinization plant that's actually located adjacent to Mahogany Bay here, and they have a daily production of 1.2 million gallons a day. Recently, the total volume that they can hold was actually doubled, up to 2.3 million gallons. So this desalinization plant provides water to a good part of the town. If you're going outside of the town, larger resorts are required to have their own reverse osmosis. If it's a smaller home, usually what they'll do is a cistern with a rain catchment system that then has a filtration system going into the house. So for the most part, the desalinization plant provides water to the core of the town, and anything outside of that, they'll either have their own reverse osmosis plant or they'll have a cistern or some combination of the two. You might even find with properties in the town, they also have a cistern, just because you can subsidize your water cost by catching that rainwater. And especially when you're going through the rainy season around October, you do get a good amount of water to supply to that system, so it is a great option. The prices obviously have a lot of variance depending on your usage. We have a graph from from BWS, Belize Water Service here. I'll put those prices up. I can read you off a couple, but for the sake of you just looking at the visual, the graph, as opposed to me sitting here and talking about numbers for 5 minutes, it's probably easier to do it that way. So for 0 to 1,000 gallons, it's about $12.80 US. And anything above 8,000 starts at around $31.96 US. So overall, the rates are going to be somewhat comparable to what you'll find in the US. I do recommend, if you are in a place where you can do it, get a cistern and subsidize your water there. You're allowed to do it. Why not? As for the septic, some areas of the town are on the water treatment plant here. Most of the town has its own self-contained septic, which is kept on the site of that resort. And they'll then either have some type of leach field or some type of way to facilitate that septic, depending on where it is on the island. But overall, the town, again, the core of the town is on that municipal septic. So really, it's a small area that is on those utilities, and the rest of the town tends to be off-grid. But we are seeing expansion of a lot of those utilities being brought over. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to shoot us a message. You can drink the tap water. That's one thing you should know. What a lot of people will do, they'll buy these 5-gallon crystal water jugs and they'll drink those, but really you can just turn your tap on and drink the tap water. That works as well. In some cases, if you do have that cistern, you might want to get a pressurization system just to make sure you're getting adequate water pressure that you would want, because when we are in high times of the year, there is a lot of pressure, no pun intended, on the usage of the water that is available to the town. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys. Any questions about this, shoot me an email. We're happy to chat about it. And as always, we can't wait to see you down here in paradise. Thanks again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of amazing content coming. And also check out our book on Amazon, The Investor's Guide to Belize Real Estate. In it, we detail all the things you'd want to know if you're looking to make an investment in the Belize market. We had experts such as lawyers, bankers, architects, builders, all get involved in the making of this book. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. Aside from that, can't wait to see you guys down here. And don't forget to say hi to Chewy.